Welcome back everyone to yet another Revopoint video. Happy to have you here with us today. I have some exciting news. We have a new scanner that we are releasing. I want to give you the sneak peek on it. It is called the MetroY. Here it is. Nice, handsome looking scanner, right? What is it capable of? What are its functions? So this scanner has 30 cross lines, 15 parallel and 1 singular, all blue laser. So obviously it's going to be very handy for reflective items, and with something as many as 30 cross lines, you know that's going to be really capturing point clouds fast. But we'll get more deep into that later in the video when we start scanning this transmission. Also something that's making MetroY handy. As you can see right now, typically we got the cable that we're hooked up to here that's hooking up to the power source and going into the computer itself. It can restrict you at times because you only have the length of the cord itself. But you can use this Wi-Fi mode. So simply pull the cord out, screw this into MetroY, plug it in, and then through Wi-Fi you can now be linked up to the PC. So it's just going to free you up a little bit depending on what the item is that you're scanning. You can get further away from the computer, not have to worry about the restriction of the cable, be scanning, but still you have to be in view of the PC to see what you are doing. So something else that we're also going to have, also wireless, but it's going to involve downloading another app, and that's called Revopoint. So that's going to allow you to have your phone hooked up to the scanner itself, and then it's simply through the phone is going to mirror what you're seeing on the PC. So that's really handy. You could have an item way back here that you're scanning, and I can't really see the PC, but I could just be looking at my phone, which is hooked up to the MetroY, scanning the item, and I can still see what it's mirroring off the PC. So really handy. Those are the 5 big things with MetroY. And may I say also, these are still the early stages, so what I'm using today is not the final product. It's only going to get better, but I guarantee you're still going to be impressed. Even though it's not completely finished yet, you're going to be impressed with what it can do. So let's get into it. Let's scan this transmission, and let's see what the MetroY has. Okay, so what can the MetroY do? What can it handle? So we're hooked up here. Let's do a new project. I'm going to first demonstrate 30 cross lines. And the thing that I noticed the most about using these 30 cross lines is how quickly it captures the point clouds. Really fast. Super convenient. I have this transmission set up on the turntable just to make it a little bit easier. I turned the speed down though. But we're just going to try to get a nice full scan of this. Again, you see the point clouds, how it changes from more of a yellowish to a green color, knowing when you've captured enough. I'm going to turn this down even more. So yeah, the cross lines again would be more appropriate for when you're just trying to get a nice full scan fast. But when you want to get the details, that's the time you would switch into the parallel lines. So that's something that isn't quite finished yet. Parallel lines is finished, but in the future, when everything's running the way it should, I'll be able to get this full scan of this transmission, pause the scan, switch over to 15 parallel lines, and then go back to those really detail areas that I want to capture more fully. And as I mentioned too, with the singular line, also pause, and then I can go back again and scan these deep holes and capture the point cloud data. But for now, let's just get the full scan here with the 30 cross lines. All right, let's see how we're doing here. Edit this song, complete it. Go with the recommended point cloud, so it's recommending 0.27. Let's turn it down to that. Nice, so that's already nice. So there you have it, already just fusing the point cloud. It's looking pretty good. Good detail. Let's clean it up a little bit more though. Now let's mesh it. So there we have it with the 30 cross lines. As you can see, a really nice full scan. Detail is pretty good down here. You see the manufacturer's name, the brand, comes out good. But there's still some areas that I want to show you with the parallel lines, 15 parallel lines. For example, right here, this did not show up with 30 cross lines, but we are going to be able to capture it with the 15 parallel. Right here, you can kind of see the serial number, just a slight, see the number slightly, but you'll see a drastic difference now when we switch over to 15 parallel lines, and I'm just going to focus on this area. So let's do that next. Okay, so let's switch this over now. Let's do a new scan. And we're going to switch it over to 15 parallel. So obviously in the future, it'll be super handy. Like I mentioned, I can capture the complete scan with 30 cross lines, just pause the scanner, and then go right back over those certain areas that I want to really capture those details with 15 parallel. But right now we're not, all the kinks aren't quite worked out yet, so I'm just going to show you what the 15 parallel are capable of and how much better they do with picking up details compared to the 30 cross lines. So switching it over, parallel lines, and then we'll do a little comparison of the two scans. Again, 15 parallel lines, good for detail. Areas where you really want to capture the sharp contrast of the item you're scanning. That's when the parallel lines come in handy. When you're looking for a complete scan, fast capturing of point clouds, the cross lines. So I'm kind of just going vertical, sideways, over this at an angle. And actually the brightness, it's not the brightness that's changing here, that's picking up more detail, because the brightness of the cross lines and the parallel lines is the same. But it's just naturally going to do better with detail because there's going to be less noise because of the pattern of parallel compared to cross lines, which will naturally give you more detail. Just allows, obviously, as the light's reflecting off the item that you're scanning, using cross lines, there's going to be more noise because it's picking up the reflection because there's that many more lasers crisscrossing, but with the parallel, just those distinct lines reflecting off is naturally going to allow the scanner to really compute those details quite well. All right, I'm pretty satisfied with that. Let's see how it does. Now when editing it, let's first complete. So yeah, let's turn it all the way down. It's recommending 0.15 for the best detail. Already looking clear when I haven't even fused it yet. Run it through isolation. So there you have it. Wow, look at that. That looks good. And I mean, that is really just the faintest etching of that serial number into this, casted into this transmission here. When I run my finger along it, it's like you can barely feel it, but obviously the 15 parallel lines picks up those details really well. So you can just imagine in the future when the cross lines and the parallel lines and the single line are all working in harmony together, the kind of scan results you're going to be able to get are going to be fantastic. But let's just compare it. So let's go back to the scan that I did earlier with the cross lines. Let me just flip over to it. So yeah, this was the complete scan here with the cross lines, and there's our serial number. Just kind of, yeah, a little washed out. Can't really see it. Really showing the benefit of having the 15 parallel, going back to the 15 parallel. Beautiful. Nice. So there you have it, the two functions, the differences, the different scenarios, why you would want to use the cross lines and the parallel lines. Now let's give the single laser line a try. Okay, so now to give you a demonstration of the single line laser function, the benefits of it. Obviously on this transmission we see a lot of areas where there's some deep holes. This one's wider, so the cross lines, parallel lines probably could catch the dimensions of that pretty well. But in these areas back here, you definitely have two deep holes here, screw hole. The parallel lines, cross lines aren't going to get anywhere close to capturing the data inside that. So that is when the single line comes in handy. So let's give it a try. turn the laser brightness all the way up with that. Yeah, and just let it go in and out, playing around with different angles. And really by the end, we should be able to invert this transmission on the screen, and you'll actually be able to see that it's captured fully the inside of these two screw holes. Pretty amazing. So I just kind of like angle it a little bit to the left here first, go up and down the two. Change the angle a little bit, make it more vertical. I'm kind of going over the top with this right now. It'll be much easier in the future, but I just really want to get a complete scan of the inside. Okay, let's see how it turned out. Complete it. Again, always go with the recommended, typically. So there we have it. Obviously you can see all the way to the bottom, but what I really like to do to compare, so you know you got a full scan, full inch, or however deep that really is. I feel like it's over an inch, probably an inch and a half. Flip it to the other side and you can see it inverted, that it fully captured the inside of those screw holes. Pretty cool. That is the single line function, everybody. So again, you can really see the benefit of using the three and how they would come in handy for a scan like this when you can put them all together. We separated them today because the scanner isn't quite ready to do it within the scan right now, but in the future, when the scanner gets into your hands, you will be able to do that. So great having you with us today, everyone. This again is the MetroY. We are going to continue making improvements on that, get it perfectly right before we get into your hands, but it is a great scan, and as you can see, the results are fantastic. We'll catch you in the next video.